Hi guys, welcome to my channel Cooking Diaries. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pumpkin shaped cake. It is one of my favorite projects to work during the fall season. It has all the fall flavors and all of my favorite spices in it. Kids and adults alike, everyone is going to love this cake. So without further delay, let's get started. Our cake base is going to be a spice cake. So to make this, we would need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. This is 360 grams. 2 cups of sugar, that's 400 grams. Half a cup of whole milk. Half a cup of yogurt, 3 large eggs, 2 sticks, that is 1 cup of unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon of allspice powder, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1/8 teaspoon of cloves powder, and 1/8 teaspoon of cardamom powder. We're also going to need 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg powder that I'm going to grate fresh. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of vanilla for flavoring. So first I am going to sift all of my dry ingredients into a bigger bowl. Nutmeg, I am going to grate it fresh. It makes a ton of difference with the flavor, guys. I'm going to give it a quick whisk to make sure that flour and spices are all mixed well. Here I have my softened butter in a bigger bowl. I'm going to add rest of the ingredients to the same bowl. If you want to make this cake as a pumpkin cake, then you could just replace milk with some pumpkin puree. That would add enough moisture and pumpkin flavor to the cake. I'm going to beat this all together with my electric mixer. You could certainly do this in a stand mixer or just with your hand in a whisk as well. Once our wet ingredients mixture is ready, let's bring that dry ingredients back. Now we're going to pour all of this wet into the dry. And using a spatula, try to mix this all together just until combined. We don't want to over mix the flour. There we have it, guys. Our cake batter is ready. I can already smell all of those fall flavors and spices. This is absolutely amazing, guys. Now let's go ahead and get this cake baking. This batter is perfect to make one single big bundt cake, but I am going to make 2 medium-sized bundt cakes using the same batter. So first we are going to prepare these pans. So I'm going to take about a tablespoon of softened butter and apply it all through the pan inside, through all of those corners and nooks. This is a very important step, guys. We want our bundt cakes to come out of the pan nice and easy once they are baked and done. We don't want them to be stuck to the pan and not come out pretty. Trust me on this one, guys. Do not skip this step. Take your time and butter your bundt pans well so that all of those corners and nooks are greased well with the butter. Once both of the pans are greased well, take about a tablespoon of flour and add it to the pan and try to move it around so that the flour gets coated to the interior of the pan all over. Alright, now we are going to pour this batter into our greased and floured pans. Level it out a little bit. Gently tap them so that the batter settles down into the pan. These are going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. At a 30-minute mark, put a skewer in, and if it comes out clean, the cakes are baked and ready. If it is still wet, just leave it for a couple more minutes and they should be baked perfectly. I also have a mini bundt can pan here, so with the leftover batter, I am going to make some mini bundt cakes so that we have different sizes of pumpkins at the end of it. Fill it only until halfway through the mold, guys. Do not try to overfill these molds with the batter. Same thing, gently tap it so that the batter can settle down into the molds. So these are going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for just about 20 minutes, a little bit less than the previous ones. So I'll show you guys once they are baked and ready. While the cakes are getting baked, we'll go ahead and make our buttercream frosting. So we would need 4 sticks, that is about 1 pound of unsalted butter, 2 pounds of powdered sugar, a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla for flavoring, and I will be using the combination of red and yellow food coloring to give our buttercream frosting an orange pumpkinish color. I'm going to add my butter to the stand mixer and let it mix for a few minutes until it becomes nice and smooth. Now I'm going to add 1 cup or 1 to 2 cups of sugar at a time and slowly mix that in. You want to make sure that you mix that slowly in, otherwise the sugar is going to flow all over. To this I'm going to add some food color to give it that nice bright orange pumpkin color. Right, now it looks a nice orange color. Next we are going to make a simple cream cheese frosting to layer in between our cakes. For this we would need 8 ounces of cream cheese, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Right, our cream cheese frosting is nice and smooth and ready. Here are our mini bundt cakes, guys. They just came out of the oven. We don't need to wait too long for them to cool down in the pans. We can just invert them onto a cooling rack and they should come right out of the molds. Look at these cute little bundt cakes, guys. I love to snack on them all the time. Alright, here we have it, guys. These bundt cakes baked perfectly. It smells amazing in my kitchen right now. So we are going to let these bundt cakes cool down for about 5 minutes and then unmold them out of these pans. To unmold these cakes, take a plastic knife that is flexible and that bends. So just try to push it as far as you can go, and it tries to basically release the cake from the pan. And I can tell that the cake baked perfectly and it is already not sticking anywhere, but this is just to make sure that if any of the cake is stuck to the pan, it releases without messing up the cake. See that? Nothing got stuck here. And look at that beautiful color. So I'm going to let this cake cool down completely and then we'll move on to our next step. Now that our cakes have cooled down, I'm going to trim the tops a little bit. And here I have a rotating cake stand, and get yourself a parchment paper, guys. This is going to save a lot of time and make your life much easier, as it's going to get a little bit messy very soon. Now put your first cake down on the cake stand and apply your cream cheese frosting that we made in a layer. Next we are going to put the other layer on top. Now take this top of the cake which we cut and kept aside, make it into small pieces and fill it in that hole in between. Next we are going to take the orange buttercream that we made and apply it all over the cake. Once we have covered the entire cake with orange buttercream frosting, take a spoon. With the back side of your spoon, try to make wedges like that. I know, guys, this may not look like a pumpkin right now, but trust me, as we go through the process, it is going to get there. Now this is going to go into fridge and chill down for about 30 minutes so that the buttercream frosting can set. After that we will be able to mold this or shape this into something that looks more like a pumpkin. Once the frosting is set, dip your fingers in a cold water and try to shape this. The buttercream would yield and it would become soft and it will start to look like pumpkin. As you can see, this side I haven't touched at all, but if you see this side, it's much more smoother and it starts to look somewhat like pumpkin. So I'm going to work on the rest of the pumpkin and I'll show it to you guys once it is done. There we have it, guys. Finally our cake that looks like pumpkin is almost ready. Now finally, for the stem part, if you have some time, you could roll out some fondant and make it look like a stem. The easier way is just take a real stem out of a real pumpkin, and I'm going to put a little bit of buttercream on top of it and just try to press it in the center. There we have it, guys. Our delicious cake that looks like a pumpkin is ready. Now if you remember, I also made mini bundt cakes in the video. I made some baby pumpkins using those mini bundt cakes. Look how cute and gorgeous these baby pumpkins are. If you also remember, I showed a big bundt pan in the video. If you had made 2 bundt cakes using those big bundt pan, you would end up making this huge pumpkin cake, guys. I had ton of fun making these pumpkin cakes, guys. Now it's time to cut a slice and enjoy. Here we go, guys. I can taste all the spices in the cake, guys. It's perfectly balanced. That cream cheese frosting in the center, it's just amazing, guys. That additional vanilla buttercream frosting on the outside, it just adds enough sweetness to the cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give me a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button so that I can see you in the video. Until then, bye.